Alright guys, we're doing About a Girl today off the Bleach album. Something like this. I need an easy friend, I do, with a hand to lend, I do. Thank you, fit this shoe, I do. Want you have a clue? Take advantage while you hang me out to dry, and I can't see you every night for free. I do, and so forth. All right. Not too difficult of a song, and I will show you here. The way Kurt always played it is pretty interesting. He did the E minor. You know, most of you probably know to do an E minor chord like this, where you do 2nd fret on the A and the D string like that, and then you have that. Well, he did this. He barred it with his pointer finger, and then if you kind of lift it up, you know, on this part of your finger, you can still get the other strings like that. It's hard to not touch the G string when you do it. But you can do it if you kind of turn it sideways a little bit. And then when he did the G chord, he would do it like also with this pointer finger. He would move it over and just do 3rd fret, and then with the palm right here, this part of your hand, he would touch the high E, muting that string, and then all the other strings make a G chord. You can't really see that good when I do that, but so he's got 3rd fret here with this finger, and you're lightly also touching the A string because you don't want that one. It's not part of a G chord. And then the D string, the G string, and the B string all are naturally part of a G major chord, GBD. So they work. So as long as you mute the A string and the high E, you're good. And he would play it that way. You may find it more comfortable just to play the E minor the way you're used to with the 2 fingers. And then to play the G, you could do it with your middle finger. That kind of works good for me, the 3rd fret. And then, of course, you got to mute the A with this finger. You got not only press the 3rd fret on the low E, but lightly touch that A string so it doesn't make any sound. And then right here on this part of your hand's got to touch that high E string to make it not come out. And then you get that. You can have some distortion on it. Sounds pretty good. All right, this song sounds really good acoustic as well if you listen to the MTV Unplugged version. All right. So those 2 chords. It's the verse part. And the strumming pattern is kind of down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So on the E minor, you want to down, down, up, and then on the G, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. I need an easy friend, I do. It gets up pretty high. On the album, on the Bleach album, it is in standard tuning. A lot of the live performances, it'll be tuned down a half step to E flat. So if you're listening to some live performances, that's the difference there. All right, so that's the first part. You just keep doing it. Now for the next part, where I'm trying to look at my lyrics here. I'm recording on my computer. Let's see. Take advantage while you hang me out to dry. All right, so we got. We're going to go to the 4th fret, and we're going to do an A4 major chord right here, but it's actually a C sharp, which is really weird if you're in E minor or G and then go into a C sharp. Wow, that's not a common chord progression there, but he makes it work, huh? So we go to the 4th fret on the A string, and then we're going to have 666 on the D, G, B right here. Okay, so 4, 6, 6, 6, and then you get that. Okay, so that's the first chord, and it's a C sharp major chord. And the next thing he does is he goes here, boom, kind of does what the bass guitar does, boom, boom. Hear that bass change from this to the E string. All right, so you can play it that way, and then you'll bar with this finger the 4th fret on the E and the A. And you get those. Now don't get the high E in there, it'll mess it all up. Okay, so that's got to be muted the whole time. And how do you mute the high E? This finger is lightly touching it. Okay, so bum 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 bum. So take advantage while. Here's the next chord. I always play an F sharp dominant 7th there, but he's doing just a power chord here. So you can do 2 4 4 on the low E. Okay, you can either put this finger here and then bar this for the 4 4 on the A and D string. Kurt did that all the time. In fact, I never saw him play a power chord this way. I'm sure he did at some point, but I've never seen it in any videos. He always did this, just kind of barred it, which is it's kind of a quick way to do it. But you need to get those. So 2 4 4 on the E A D. Okay, so we have this. Take advantage while. I like to do this. I like to just bar the whole thing and play an F sharp major. An F sharp dominant 7th chord. What I always did, and that's not the way what Kurt's doing. But in case you want to do that, it's 2 4. Or you put you bar here all the strings with this finger on the 2nd fret. And then you'll do 4th fret with this finger on the A, and then your middle finger will be on the G string, like that. So I'll pause there a minute because my video looked like it paused, but it didn't. So I'll keep going. So it's bum 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 bum. I'll do it as a power chord. Bum 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 bum. If I put that in there, it gives it that that dominant 7th feel. But then you do it again. So you do that 2 times. You go C sharp, and then the F sharp one, and then you do it again. And then when it goes, and I can't see you, that's just going to be an E chord, okay? So to do an E chord, you just go O, 2, 2, 1, and then the B and the E are open. You don't do an E chord, right? Open string chord, E chord, and I can't see you every. On the word every, we'll go to an A chord, which is you can do on the A string O, and then 2, 2, 2 on the DGB. Thumbs wrapping around to mute the low E. And the high E is muted as well. You could let it go. It would sound, it would fit in the chord, but there's our A. So E, I can see you every night. Now on the word night, we got to go to a C major chord. So we're going to go up to the 3rd fret on the A string. We're going to fret the 3rd fret on the A string, and then we have 5 5 5 on the DGB. Gives us a C chord right there. So let's start back with the E. I can see you every night for free. And then we're back to this. We're back to that, okay? So let's do this whole little section here real quick. Starting with the C sharp. And I can't see you every night for free. Then we're back to this. All right, let's do part 2. We'll do the solo.